Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be repotting the Zygo. It's a Zygopetalum that I recently got from Hausermann Orchids, and it's my first one. So we're going to repot it today in a mixture of, actually we're just going to repot it in Sphagnum Moss. So I'm going to try to loosen this up. Looks like it's in bark right now. Ooh, and it has a nice root system, which is fantastic. So let's see. Yeah, this looks great. Very, very good. Someone on YouTube, I think it was Danny's Orchid Journey, told me that she got Zygos from Hausermann Orchids, and they were some of the hardiest Zygos that she's ever had. So I look forward to seeing how these do. This root system is phenomenal, so it looks like it's liking this whole bark setup. I'm considering if I want to add bark to the medium, which I might. Let me soak this for a little while. I don't want to break any of the roots, and then I will come back and have everything removed. All right, we're back, and the root system looks really good. There's a couple of dead roots which we'll start getting rid of, but otherwise, this looks really nice. I've never owned a Zygo before, so this is the first time I've seen the roots, and they are much thicker than I expected. Let's see. Most of these are just fine. And it wasn't too hard to get the bark off. It was pretty easy. I'm curious if this is 2 plants or 1 plant, but you could sort of see, is this connected or are the roots entangled? I'm a little confused because I don't see a rhizome. I don't know, but we're not going to force anything apart. Just going to get rid of some of the bad roots right here, right in the middle. Oh, found a cluster here. I wonder what it's going to look like when it blooms. So it's a cross, and I know that both parent flowers look really nice. So this one is supposed to be 2 years from blooming, so hopefully I do well with it. Zygopetalums are supposed to require cooler temperatures, so we'll see how I do with that. In the fall, in the winter, in the spring, I can definitely give this orchid what it needs, but in the summer, I'm going to have to experiment a little bit more. Probably keep it with my Miltoniopsis, which is doing okay. I wouldn't say it's doing great. Ooh, this root is being held by a little string. Wonder, should probably get rid of it. Yeah, well, yeah, it came off. I think the rest are fine. Like everything is very plump. This looks good. So what I've done is I mixed a little bit of perlite, a tiny bit of bark in here, and I'm going to put it into a self-watering setup. I have mostly sphagnum moss, and the sphagnum moss is so that it could wick up, and this is the whole setup with the cone. So I'll start by putting in my sphagnum moss in the bottom. This is the only time I'm really packing it down, and then provided the sphagnum moss touches, even with the bark, everything should be okay because it'll just wick all of the moisture up and it'll be able to give moisture to the rest of the orchid. Let me get rid of some of that. This is going to be a little deeper. Given that it's a nice root system, I'm going to spread it out a little bit so it's got a lot of space to spread. And then we'll gently put in our medium. making sure that the sphagnum moss is touching, but not too tight. We don't want to suffocate those roots. And the perlite is in there for aeration. And I thought it was a good idea. I was initially going to do just sphagnum moss, but given that it was potted in bark and perlite, and it looked to be doing so well, I thought it was fine to just leave it like that. I'm going to finish up, get a little bit more moss and mixture, and finish this up. We are good to go. Yet another orchid in self-watering. This time we've got self-watering with a little bark and perlite, but mostly sphagnum moss so everything can wick up. And I am looking forward to seeing how this zygo does. So it should be blooming in 1 to 2 years, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.